Hi and welcome to the last video for the Etude number 2, which is part of the Villa-Lobos 12 and 12 challenge. We're going to be looking at Micro Study 16, which is the final 2 bars of this piece. I've done it separately because there is a new technique in here, and it is a bichord, which we'll check out in the video. So main points to think about here are there is a triplet break, so you need to count it 1 and 2 and 3 and ba, or takita 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 da if you're into conical. And then you need to be able to facilitate your left and your right hand coordination, which will take a little bit of time. So let's dive straight in with Micro Study number 16. Okay, Micro Study number 16 is based on chord type 1. It is just your A major arpeggio, but instead of semiquavers, and then up onto the first string with the melody. F sharp, G sharp, high A. Now, I'm not going to do the artificial harmonics, which is the alternative fingering for this, because that is not what Villa-Lobos intended here at the end. I am going to do what Villa-Lobos intended in the 1928 score, which is the bichord. Now, unfortunately, I have discovered I cannot play these on this guitar, which I will demonstrate in a minute, for one simple reason. It's just they don't want to come out. It's that simple. It's obviously the design, it might be the action of the guitar, I have no idea. So you're going to have to check and see if your guitar allows you to do this. Okay, a bichord is nothing more than the string vibrating in 2 different points. So here is where the string is going to get split at the F sharp. You pluck in this side, so obviously this side is vibrating, this side is dead, and then you're going to be plucking behind it with your first finger down, and this side is going to vibrate, both at the same time. This takes some coordination. Now, remember I said I can't do it on this guitar, so I'm going to pick up my $50 cheapo guitar, and you should be able to hear the bichord nice and clearly now. The notes that it produces are not exact notes, especially the second one. It's halfway between a C sharp and a D, okay, which is what Villa-Lobos intended. He didn't want nice, clean, artificial harmonics, which has become the standard for the ending of this piece. That came about through some errors in the printing, and the printing put the 1928 and the revision for the 1948 edition in at the same time, which confused everybody for many, many years. So I'm sticking with the 1928 with the bichord. I'm going to try and do it on one of my other guitars. So again, I can't do it on my concert instrument, it just doesn't work, so let's try this one. And again. So you can hear that the F sharp is not quite producing the bichord behind it. That one is, and so let's try that again. Now if this is a new technique for you, you're going to have to practice that, and you literally could probably do this up and down. And you can find which notes actually produce a harmonic this side of your fingers. It's a great technique, and it was probably revolutionary at the time. I mean, it's not so revolutionary now, but I think it's worthwhile keeping in because it is a different sound and it's a modern sound. So get used to doing the bichords on the end. Alrighty, let's just go close up into that bichord action so you can actually see my fingers working. that is the final 2 bars of the Villa-Lobos. Right, the last chord is nothing more than this chord at the beginning, but up an octave, and then a high A. Now you can use your first finger or your third finger to slide down if you need to, but failing that, I would just jump, and then it's into an old-fashioned A major chord with that fingering. So it gives it a nice, fuller sound than, say, this. It's a lovely, deep sound to that A major chord. Okay, so main points for Micro Study 16. Triplet to finish, and then bichord, so you need to practice coordinating the plucking with the left and right hand action. Another top tip is, if you can, get hold of Julian Bloom's recording, because he finishes this etude fantastically. He does what Villa-Lobos wrote in the 1928, a wonderful ritornello into the last couple of chords, and he takes his time and he places them. You can feel him place them. It's magical. Thank you very much for staying until the end of this video. This is the final video for etude number 2. We're going to be marching on to etude number 3, so keep an eye out for it. There'll probably be a link just about now to it. Click on it if you're interested. This is all part of the Villa-Lobos 12 and 12 challenge. 12 etudes across 12 months, all to do with the fantastic music that Villa-Lobos wrote. This is a community effort, so please get involved. There are quite a few people now who have joined the conversation and added their worth and value to it to make Villa-Lobos' music more approachable, more understandable. Hopefully you will too. Thank you.